waistbands are high on both sides, so they're going to get the full waistband. Gentlemen, you got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times and listen to my commands. Touch them up. Pat your corner, gentlemen.
Ready? Who is going to remain perfect and walk out of this ring as the WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World? Big right hand to start. Here at 168 pounds, started his career at 154. A right hook to the body, digging it with venomous intentions. 5 years later, won his first world championship. Right hand down the middle for Benavidez. Are a bit harsh in the fact that they don't believe he can do well against a boxer, puncher, and a mover. He did fight Caleb Plant and won that fight quite handily. But now here is a guy who is a southpaw. There's a right hand that connected for Benavidez. Here's a guy, a southpaw, slick southpaw. And Benavidez said, yeah, I want to test myself against the world's best. And Andrade is tricky and awkward. High-profile marquee fight. Well, here he is in Las Vegas, November 25, 2023.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen. Listen for the bell.
Benavidez is absolutely massive. It still astounds me how he makes. And they end. Combination there to begin for Demetrius Andrade. Jab right to the abdomen by Andrade. Andrade did unload that combination at the end of the first, and the Andrade contingency loved what they saw. And Andrade is unorthodox, and he throws punches. Andrade's ducking low and trying to give Benavidez different looks. And I think has an underrated straight left. Good shot, good work here by Demetrius Andrade. 4 or 5 punch combination. Time being called. Again, Thomas Taylor telling these guys, hey, do not be pushing the head down of your opponent. Again, Andrade does things in a unique manner. Now some inside fighting. Who would have thought he was going to try to walk down David Benavidez? There's a straight left. And keep Benavidez at bay, utilizing his pure boxing ability and not be the one. There's a left that connected for Andrade.
Fire for a little blue corner audio.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
There's a right hand connecting for Benavidez, but for Benavidez, all it takes is one big punch. All right, so round number 3 we go between David Benavidez, the champion, and Demetrius Andrade, who is aiming to become a 3-division world champion. Now Benavidez plodding forward. There's a right to the body. Andrade unloading a combination. See if Benavidez can string together some prolonged offense. Now Benavidez coming on. That left hook digging to the body of Andrade. Now right hand smashing into the face of Andrade. And now here's that offense that we were expecting from the monster in David Benavidez. Big right hand from the outside, smashing into the left cheekbone of Andrade. And Benavidez coming on. So we begin the 4th round. We continue the 4th round as Benavidez, an inadvertent shot below the belt. If you're Benavidez, you need to start to throw combinations and become more offensive. Of the mindset, let me see if he can handle my firepower. Beautiful right uppercut on the inside that backed up Andrade. The first time that Andrade has really backed up. Big right hand, and down goes Andrade. But look at that big right hand. And Andrade took him like a second to go down to the canvas. All right, so we begin the 5th round, and Benavidez starting strong. The fans, many of them on their feet, sensing that the end could be near. Right uppercut by Benavidez. He thinks he can get Andrade out of here. And what a statement that would be for David Benavidez to not only be the first guy, big right hand by Benavidez. Andrade still hurt. The big power punches are coming out with a higher frequency. The left for Benavidez. Andrade bobbing and weaving, trying to clear the cobwebs to get himself back in the fight. But can Benavidez continue to pour it on? A right hand down the middle. Over a minute has elapsed in this 5th round. Benavidez has to be careful about not expending too much energy so that he conserves and has something left if it indeed continues to go on. Big shots now by Benavidez, a left hook to the body, and the hand speed of Benavidez is starting to be showcased. And it's only getting worse for the Providence, Rhode Island native. A left hook to the body. It seems only a matter of time. Combinations by the monster in David Benavidez as we approach the 1 minute mark. Benavidez is a man possessed here tonight. Under a minute left here in the 5th, but back comes Andrade. Body punches for Benavidez. Andrade's right eye swelling considerably right now. Big overhand right. What an uppercut. Look at this work rate by David Benavidez. This is beautiful violence that we are seeing being exhibited by the monster. Big right hand. How Andrade is still maintaining his vertical base is unbeknownst to me. What determination by Andrade. What clinical, powerful brilliance by Benavidez. Blood is on the left bicep of Benavidez as Andrade continues to try to remain in the fight, and Andrade getting hammered, and that ends the round. Oh my goodness. That translates to yes we can, because they're trying to will Benavidez to get the stoppage. Big, a crushing right hand upstairs by Benavidez. First he landed on the body, then he came upstairs. The punch placement of Benavidez, there's a big right hand on the top of the head of Andrade. Nobody has done this to Demetrius Andrade or has put him in any sort of peril ever in his career. But Benavidez is doing that, and he's starting to hammer away and continue this non-stop attack on the Providence, Rhode Island native, who is a natural super middleweight. He started his career at 154, then went up to 160, and now here in his 2nd time appearing at 168, but he's fighting a naturally bigger man. But Andrade still. And some working out by Andrade as he goes to the body. And also Benavidez, 9 years younger than that of Demetrius Andrade. A left hook that knocked out the mouthpiece of Andrade, but Andrade fights on. A left that landed by Benavidez. Andrade going backwards. Can Benavidez get the finish here with less than 20 seconds to go in the 6th? A left by Benavidez. And I think you got to take a long look at Andrade in between rounds. Big right hand by Benavidez. But Benavidez, the younger, fresher, hungrier of the two. That ends the 6th, and Andrade is in a world of trouble. And the fight is over. A correct move and a 6th round stoppage for David Benavidez as he embraces with his father.
The interim WBC super middleweight world champion, the Mexican monster, David El Monstruo Benavidez.
David, you received your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times, but above all, obey my commands at all times. First command is right now. Touch gloves. When the bell rings, come out and box. Good luck.
The bell and round one. The former champ Benavidez in the red with gold and black trunks. Angulo in the white with black.
He's not looking for one punch. He throws combinations. I mean, at his weight class, he's one of the fastest guy in his weight class.
Yeah, just ask really Corky Medina about his hand speed.
Exactly. I think it was like a 16-punch combination.
Yeah. Lots of them to choose from, but tonight has to overcome the mistake he made, and he owned up to it, but Angulo's going to try to make him pay here.
Chance to tee off like that. Part of the reason Ramirez was so effective against Angulo is he was in the center of the ring, moving and pushing Angulo back.
Benavidez very happy to have his promoter Samson Lukowicz back in the fold after the veteran boxing figure underwent successful cancer surgery.
Enjoy and like, and we're happy that he's doing well. Now, Abner's right. I think Angulo really has a good shot here. So if I was him, I wouldn't do too much of that.
Right hand to the body by Benavidez.
That's a pretty good way to learn.
What was it, only 15, 16 amateur fights that he had?
Yeah.
Go over his head, David.
Gilberto Ramirez for the title, losing that in lopsided decision, hoping to make amends here tonight. In the final minute now of the second round is Benavidez beginning to find his rhythm.
Oh, there was a beautiful lead right, yeah.
And the jab through the guard, and that right hand comes off the gloves of Angulo. Caleb Plant, Callum Smith, and of course Canelo Alvarez, all with claims to the throne. And Plant and Benavidez, they've definitely been more good-looking there, Al. If Benavidez was able to hold on to his title, that's not the case, and Angulo is hoping to walk out of here with his first title. And Abner, one thing you have to look out for when facing Benavidez is his sudden offensive outbursts.
Most definitely. I mean, you just never know when he's going to come back with a power punch. And he'll make you feel comfortable like he did just seconds ago. You'll rely to land on the ropes, close himself out. But next thing you know, he throws power.
Alexis, break. Step back.
If you push Angulo, nice shots on the
inside.
inside.
Couple of left hooks to the body that land for Benavidez. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, if you push Angulo back and you throw combinations, he stops. Oh, that could be a knockdown, but I guess not.
Referee's ruling it that was off balance, but
before that, there was a clean right hand.
And Angulo has been down once officially 8 years ago. And there, Benavidez beginning to utilize that left hook, but then eats a jab from Angulo.
In recent fights. In this fight, any of those defensive lapses are not showing up because Angulo is just not able to take advantage in any case.
Jab is his main punch, but he does love the body shots. And we've seen him go to the body with the left hook to the liver. Angulo standing right in front of him now, trying to unload along the ropes.
He was younger, and that was in that fight, Gabriel was able to use his jab as a power puncher to work his way in the inside.
In fact, the only time that Benavidez has been down was in the 12th round against Ronald Gabriel. No current champions from Colombia. The all-time best, of course, Antonio Cervantes at 140, Happy Lore at 118. And as you mentioned, turned pro at 16 in Mexico until he was legally allowed to fight in the U.S. at 18, and now at 23, looking to stay unbeaten. But Angulo,
at the same time, he's creating a space for Benavidez to land that uppercut. When he lunges in like that, right at that moment, that's when Benavidez should have landed that uppercut.
Of course, in our return to coverage 2 weeks ago, Joe George landed a lethal left uppercut, knockout of the year candidate. Angulo looking to win the 168-pound title that David Benavidez lost on the scales.
Both up and down experience at such a young age.
Oh, and now Angulo and Benavidez exchanging.
Did he come prepared for this fight? But I don't see it yet. I feel like he's right in this rhythm.
He's starting to put it on Angulo.
And he's picking him apart.
Against the ropes, this is what I talked about in the keys, putting him in his shell, and he did. And there's the uppercut from Benavidez. As I said, he's got one of the best uppercuts in boxing. And if you throw it once, why not a second time? He lands it again very effectively.
And see, that's what I mean by picking him apart.
And those are those multi-punch combinations that he has, well, built a career on, Al.
Yeah, and he's landing 55% of his power punches in this match.
What a round for David Benavidez. Benavidez backing Angulo up to the ropes momentarily before Angulo comes forward and eats that jab through the guard. A man who's been in many dogfights. Remember his performance against Arislandi Lara.
Oh, one of the best fights we've had on Showtime. Amazing.
Well, and speaking of...
well, he should definitely, you know, be in the inside, smother a Benavidez, but be cautious with them uppercuts. And pretty much... yes, and pretty much try to do what Benavidez is doing, you know. Try to crowd right now, and the flurry of punches that Benavidez has been landing, I think it would encourage him even more to pressure himself for a knockout.
The fact that there's no crowd in terms of focus, but for many, I mean, we all wish we could have a crowd because they add so much, the electricity, the energy, and Benavidez definitely amplifying his energy at the end. Time.
Oh. And of course, Angulo has not been able to take advantage in any way.
Interesting sequence there, Abner. Some nifty footwork and then that explosive combination by Benavidez. Knocked down the only time in his career, but he is eating a lot of shots here, trying to defend with that high guard, and Benavidez just using him as target practice, and now Angulo coming forward.
Now deciding to turn lefty just for the heck of it.
Exactly. Speaking of different looks, he turns southpaw.
There's a right hook to the body, and he is teeing off on Angulo. Not all of the punches getting through, but Angulo coming forward now, sneaks a left hook behind the guard, goes to the body.
At moments when he has Benavidez on the ropes and he's able to, you know, right there as we've seen, let go of his hands. But
at least be considering pulling the plug, or is his power enough?
Well, you know, that's always the eternal question. I mentioned, though, he doesn't get knockouts later in fights, you know.
Benavidez has a 9th round KO and a 10th round stoppage on his resume as we are past the midpoint of the 9th. And it's all David Benavidez, Abner.
Practicing every punch that he practiced at the gym. And really, this is what you could do. I mean, against fighters like Angulo that are just in front of you. If there were a crowd, I'm sure it would be different.
But what more can you do, right? I mean, he's landing all these huge combinations.
Sure.
Angulo
can take a shot.
Yeah, he just doesn't go anywhere. And he's landing literally.
Left hook to the body again.
Are you trolling us, Mauro? Is that the point?
Since I'm not on social media anymore, that's true. It on the air. Again, David Benavidez continues to dominate Alexis Angulo as we go to round number 10.
Time.
Angulo trying to put something together here in round 10, but Benavidez' defense.
Yeah, the hand speed and combination bunching of David Benavidez is what separates him.
Hold his head, David.
It's just extraordinary. It has been from the moment he started to become a polished fighter.
And it's fair to bring up that is in the 10th round and he's still doing so.
Yeah, good point, Edgar.
Great speed, great power.
And you don't want him to get hurt. He's in trouble now, I think.
Well, we mentioned 2 weeks ago Joe George trailing Marcos Escudero late in their light heavyweight fight here on Showtime until he unleashed that devastating uppercut. So I guess there's always a puncher's chance, but David Benavidez is another class of fighter.
And like you said, he sends him, you know, taking him out.
And here, that was one of the uppercuts that he landed in that corner, and including the left hand. There was just too many. Yeah, too many punches and too much punishment.
And he is putting together his own uppercuts here in the home stretch of the 10th. It's one uppercut after another on the inside for David Benavidez.
Time.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's it. We want to stop this fight. Forget about it. It's enough. We've had enough.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout, and he is still undefeated. El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
Unbelievable.
It's the main event. We know the rules in the dressing room. Both these trunks are a little bit high. I'm going to let them go right in here. I want you to obey my commands. Touch them up and bang at the bell.
undefeated and move one step closer to a potential mega showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Bell, round one.
Davis, you know, he came to box.
Yeah, he normally doesn't move this much, Davis. He's moving.
Again, Benavidez doing a lot of following, not enough jab. He's got to jab his way in. There it is, the power jab. Cut off the ring. And that's where you want, if you want to work your body shots, there it is, the overhand right, but throw it to the body as well. That's another way of cutting off the ring.
There's a shot to the body by Benavidez, hoping.
That's what he's doing.
Benavidez targeting the body.
Hey, Kyle, he got a lot of pressure on him tonight.
First sign of Benavidez' combination punching, which when he's on, can be dazzling.
In the first fight against older brother Jose Benavidez Jr. and younger brother David, though.
Respect that, and when I'm offensive, be ready for it. And there you saw
Uppercut by Benavidez.
Again, if Benavidez is going to reach like that, you got to make him pay.
Davis using the jab effectively. Benavidez opening up with 20 seconds left in the second. Benavidez on the ropes. And
Davis has a good sneaky right hand, and that time he got in there, but it's been a good round for Benavidez.
Left hook to the body, and some of that hand speed on display by Benavidez. Pushed back by Davis. Lead left hook, partially blocked by Davis. Davis trying to keep.
Yeah, definitely powering that jab. Having Benavidez thinking, but Benavidez getting in with the power shots.
Right now, Benavidez with a big margin there.
Left hook to the body by Benavidez. Continues to walk down Davis. Jab by Benavidez. There's a straight right hand that lands for Benavidez. Left hook to the body. Right hand upstairs, and then
he was able to show us the combination punching that he's capable of. Ripping the uppercut. I mentioned that Davis had been hurt by an uppercut in his last fight.
Body punching from Benavidez.
There's a counter left hook upstairs.
And there's been moments where he can land his body shots, but again, you know, he feels comfortable throwing those.
He was capable of doing that, but it's been sporadic.
Combinations by Benavidez with Davis along the ropes. Final 15 seconds.
45%, which is exceptional. He's landing at 38% tonight.
Uptick in the offense from Kyron Davis.
Nice counter right hand by Davis.
Yeah.
He's a good counter puncher when he has the opportunity.
There's a counter left hook by Davis. Benavidez goes to the body, gets countered upstairs. And again, counter right uppercut, left hook by Kyron, shut it down Davis.
This looks a lot more like he fought in the Durrell fight, countering very effective. It's becoming an interesting fight in this round, isn't it?
Nice left hook to the body, left hook upstairs, right hand to the body by Davis.
And he waits for Benavidez. There it is. When he throws a jab or a right hand there.
Benavidez trying to bludgeon Davis with that jab. Lead right hand scores for Benavidez. And another lead right hand keeps Davis from escaping. Benavidez has Davis on the ropes. Davis trying to avoid the majority of this barrage and fighting back off the ropes. And Davis fighting back. Crowd enjoying the exchange.
Great work by Davis countering.
Two-time 168-pound belt holder David Benavidez. Team up. Left hand through the guard, right uppercut. And there's a left hand that has Davis rattled. Another left hook. Davis taking these shots, standing his ground.
Really countering very well, but then against the ropes, even though he's able to counter, there are moments when Benavidez lands these big power punches like the left hook.
And Benavidez going on the attack, continues to stop Davis. Davis doing a good job
David's really taking those shots really well, but again, it only takes one shot. He's got to be careful with those. He can't take too many shots with Benavidez.
The power punches, everything other than a jab. You see the big edge for Benavidez, even though Davis got some work done in the last round. But in this round,
nice uppercut he landed.
And David Benavidez is a smart fighter. He's fighting as a lefty, and it's working.
Core scores for Benavidez, and a left uppercut on the inside for Benavidez.
And look at the variety of punches that Benavidez is giving us.
And Davis comes back with a right hand, backs Benavidez off.
Davis makes something happen in this round after Benavidez threw 47 punches over the first part.
And now the left hand like a paintbrush, painting Davis on the face and the body. Under a minute left here in the fifth. Solid right hand for Benavidez. Boy, can Davis take a shot. And remains in the fight.
Absolutely, he's never been stopped, and we see why. He's facing a much bigger man, a guy who fights at this weight on a regular basis, as he did against Terrell, and he's accepting this punishment and fighting back.
Two lead right hand score for Benavidez. The crowd erupting. Terrific stuff in the opening half of tonight's main event between Benavidez and Davis.
Wow, what a round.
Stephen Breadman Edwards looking out for his fighter, saying, if you don't show me more. He said, yeah, I know you were playing possum on the ropes, but you...
And again, we're really impressed by Davis, you know, him taking these shots and coming back with his own. And like you bet, he's talking to Davis, but at the end of the day, he's taking vicious, hard punches from a puncher.
Benavidez lighting up Davis here in the sixth. Davis saying, bring me more, and Davis valiantly fighting back. Another body shot by Benavidez. Minute half left here in the sixth. Right uppercut, left uppercut. Davis fighting back.
And it's the body work of Benavidez that's having the biggest impact.
Let's bring in our unofficial score, Steve Farhood.
Mo, if heart were among the criteria.
How is Davis still standing? My God,
his nickname is Shut It Down. Well, Benavidez having a difficult time in shutting it down. David Benavidez continues to brutalize Davis. How much guts is too much guts? What a fight! Round number 7. Fight fans in Phoenix are in heaven. And Kyron Davis continues to be systematically broken down.
Listen, I admire Davis, you know, guts, heart that he's showing today, but let's be honest, he's taking a beating right now, and this is not right. This is not healthy.
Of the end, David Benavidez with a brutal barrage, and just when you think it's over, Al, Davis continues to stand his ground.
Yeah, he's trying desperately to counter him, but it's just not there. And the body work is what's doing most of the damage.
They got to stop
another
this
big left hand. The towel has been thrown in. You've got to feel for Kyron Shut It Down Davis took the fight on short notice.
Davis, I think, were the body punches more than anything. And Abner, as that left-hander there, he was able to land what he wanted. That's where the towel came in. Edwards saying, no, I don't want my man to take any more punishment.
Yeah.
He's up at a weight he shouldn't be at. Kyron Davis should be down at 160 as a middleweight.
Yeah, it was the body work. I mean, he was taking a lot of headshots already. And if you're smart, as Benavidez says, you said, you know what, I will work the body. There's the towel. That was perfect timing as well.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated. El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
Lemieux says he doesn't run away from anybody. When he steps in the ring, he's the man to worry about. The bell, round 1, scheduled for 12 at 168 pounds. This one has all the makings of a fistic firefight. Benavidez has 9 first-round KOs. Last one versus Felipe Romero, November of 2015 for Lemieux. He has 12 first-round knockouts. Last one came against Gary O'Sullivan in September 2018. And there, Benavidez goes to the body with the right hand.
Toca, David, toca. There you go. Toca, sigue tocando por ese jab, no lo ve. There you go.
Lemieux going forward, the left hook as Benavidez was throwing the right hand. And he's going to the body. Oh, right hand by Benavidez, backed up Lemieux. There's the jab through the guard, and the right hand by Benavidez, and the left to the body by the undefeated Benavidez. Lands that right, and another right that lands for Benavidez on Lemieux. 1-2 from Benavidez lands. And it's the variety, the placement, the speed. I mean, he really can do it all. And that's a left hook. That's David Benavidez.
Bien paradito, nomás no te me confías, bien cerradito.
Ya está listo, Debe, ya está listo.
Agarra, respira hasta adentro.
Trata de cuando te vayas a la escuela, ciérrate, Debe.
Bien cerradito, no te me vayas a confiar.
Could have been a knockdown again, right, with the ropes. Round number 2, Lemieux was in deep trouble at the end of round 1 and starts the second looking to make what could be his last stand as he had his head popped back by the jab, and yet he's willing to stay in the pocket and go toe-to-toe with Benavidez. Referee gonna give him a short leash, is the words of Harvey Doc. Lemieux down for the 5th time in his career here in the second. And the counter right from Benavidez. Lemieux fighting back, going to the body. Almost down in round 1, went down here in round 2, and yet he's still coming forward. And Benavidez landing shots. There's a left to the body, right hand, and the right cross. Unbelievable chin, unbelievable will, but how much more can David Lemieux take? Lands a left of his own. And that left hook backing up Lemieux. And the left uppercut lands. Jab by Benavidez. Every punch on the menu on display from Benavidez. A man who's always intent on going out on his shield. 2 of his 4 losses have been by knockout. He just got rocked with the left uppercut on the inside. Again on wobbly legs, taking all kinds of punishment. Man, it's a battle of Davids, but Lemieux sporting a Goliath-sized heart here as he is taking all kinds of punishment from the undefeated David Benavidez. There's a right hand that lands for Benavidez. Show stats and the power punches all in favor of Benavidez. The guard is split by Benavidez, who is landing at a high clip. And 47% of his total punches. Lemieux was knocked out by Marco Antonio Rubio in the 7th round in April 2011 by Gennady Golovkin in the 8th, October 2015. Benavidez trying to close the show here. And yet Lemieux gets rocked with that 1-2, but not going down, Raul. And Lemieux's corner
Body shot, keep working that fucking body, breaking his ass down.
Baby, keep closing in.
Lo está haciendo bien, lo está haciendo bien.
puedes tirar tanto, ya estamos cansados, pero no te quedes muy parado, ¿ok? Trata de usarme el jab y ya adentro, cuando estés adentro, trata de tirar los hombros.
All three in favor of the winner, and still the undefeated interim WBC Super Middleweight World Champion,